Hi, I'm David Arute, driver of the number 75 SK Modified.
Hi, I'm Arute and Korner, driver of the 31 SK Modified, and I'm going to take you guys through
the SK Modified season finale photo finish.
The fastest division of the night. Of course, that is the SK Modified.
It was a cold, dewy night, and at Stafford, that always means it's going to free up a ton. So we made some adjustments going into the feature.
The whole end of the year, we just had a fast car, and we didn't change a single thing the last 5-6 races, and every week we just came back prepared.
Green flags are out and we are racing for the final time for the SK Modifieds here at Stafford in 2021.
Teddy, unfortunately, I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to him. He struggled at the beginning of the race, and as you can see, the whole bottom line got shuffled back.
It looked like Teddy must have spun his tires on the start, and I saw it right from the get-go, and we were backing up quick, and I felt like I was already back to 15th by the first lap.
It kind of sucked for us because, as you can see, we were shuffled all the way back to either 5th or 6th at this point.
Moving up, Keith Rocco.
Oh, Sparks! Trouble down the front straightaway. Todd Owen.
And a car went airborne.
You could see the car starting to dart around a little, and they're just getting impatient, and it just got tight coming off of 4. Luckily, I lifted just a little bit just so I didn't get cleaned out from behind because there's someone behind me too, and I think my right front just barely touched Brian's back bumper.
And now Marcello Rafano works his magic to the outside of Vassar.
I was trying to focus around getting the cars that had passed me in the beginning because, yeah, they're great drivers, but my car was phenomenal. So it was just trying to, the top side had a bunch of grip.
This whole season there hasn't been much of an outside lane, but for some reason that last race, I don't know if weather-wise it was cool out, the outside lane went, and me and Noah just picked off car after car. I followed him. He would not move someone out of the way, but he'd get underneath them, maybe touch them a little bit, and we would just follow each other right through. And it's exactly how the whole season went. We were just racing each other the entire year.
It was good. It was real good. It was great in the first couple laps. Go wherever I wanted to. And it's something that we struggled in the beginning of the year, but after we went through the car completely, I had to do whatever I wanted.
It was a tough middle of the race where I was overdriving the car, trying to get past Noah, because I knew it's been 20 races and I haven't passed him. I don't know why, but I struggled to pass him so much, and I was driving the car so hard.
0.5 of a second, so
Yes.
it was 0.8 of a second just a moment ago. Teddy Hodgson is definitely coming on strongly.
You see 10 to go, Vassar started backing up, and he was getting back to us quick. And then me and Noah were catching Hodgson.
Vassar was slowing down a ton. Teddy and I were pretty even, so I was excited to have a little bit of a race.
You know, all 4 of us were going for our first win, and you could see it shape up. You could see what was going to happen.
But I saw Teddy make the move, and I'm like, oh boy, something's going to happen.
2 laps to go.
And the gap is 0.1 of a second. Here comes Hodgson going for the lead. Down low, new leader, Ted Hodgson. Can Vassar retaliate?
He dives to the inside. Vassar moves to the bottom.
Around goes Hodgson.
And Vassar continues on his way.
I wish that Vassar did this a lap later, because then I would have just come right to the checkered, smiling and waving.
2 drivers looking for their first ever SK Modified wins, Noah Korner and David Arute.
In my mind, I was saying, I'm going to jump the start, because you get 2 chances, so I'm going to jump it.
I've had a problem with restarts all year. I'm either hot or cold, and I'm starting to figure it out bit by bit.
And then Noah just blew me away, and I was like, I just ruined the whole race.
Nailed it.
I'm not going to say Noah didn't have a good start. He had a great start, but Christopher pushed him so far that he gained a whole 2 car lengths on me, and at that point,
Off the turn. Oh, trouble now. JP, Jonathan Pulio.
What was your first reaction when that yellow came out?
I don't know if I can say that on television, but it was.
the crew got back on the radio, and at that point, Todd was wrecked out of the race. Everyone was just bashing me. Like, usually it happened like post-race. Like, we're in the middle of the race, he's on the radio, Butch Shea's on the radio. Oh, you better figure out how to do a restart this time. Don't let this one go away. Like, bashing me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not gonna hear the end of this if I don't win this race now.
David gets a little bit of a jump on it, but then he lets me get it back.
Just a little better of a restart where I was able to stay on Noah's right rear quarter.
The car was real tight. As you can see how much I wash up the track. If you watch the in-car camera, you'll see me crank rear brake to the car. It was just too tight.
Game over. Like, I I'm on the outside where I like to be.
My car needed to be where his was to get the speed that I had all night. But since he was out there, I couldn't get the full arc.
Seeing his tires shaking back and forth and my car's sliding back and forth, and that was just us giving it all.
I was trying to race as hard as I could without destroying my car or his car.
I knew I was clear. My spotter called me clear. Chopped him a little bit going into 3 there. If I drove it like I was on the outside, I would have the momentum. Even if he did bounce off me, I was already out there. I know what to do.
Korner makes a bid down low. David Arute on the outside. To the stripe they come in one of the closest finishes of the year. Unofficially, David Arute will take down the win.
Just relieved that I don't suck. Like, it is 4 years where there was like the thought of, should I even race the SKs 2 or 3 weeks in a row, where I actually thought about stopping. And to win the race was just like, it's all worth it. The 4 years of struggles. Try to do a burnout, which I completely sucked at. I don't even think there was smoke coming off the tires, but it went up to like 9 grand, and I just kept my foot on it, and I'm like, I don't care. And I didn't stop yelling of pure like joy the entire, until I got to the victory lane. And the TC win was awesome, but to get the feature win was something else.
You get to see it 20 different times that you finish second in the closest race. It sucks when you come out second, looking back at it. You wonder if you could have pushed it harder or if you could have done anything different. But then again, hindsight's 20/20. People knowing that I'll race them hard, but I'm not gonna wreck them. Unless they wreck me.
But the first person that got to my window was Alex Grab, who was my spotter. He's been with me for 4 years. I mean, we looked at each other sometimes and we said, we shouldn't do this. We should go back to SK Lights. Like, it's not just me that enjoys the win. It's the whole crew. Everyone gets that same feeling of relief that we're capable of doing this. Like this, we just won a race finally. Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, racing wise, I can't think of anything that I've enjoyed more than 4 hard years of work to come to this win on the final race of the year. So the last race car driver that left victory lane at Stafford was David Arute. That was me.
We did it. We won a real feature. This is awesome. I mean, 2 wins in the past 4 races. This is awesome.
Don't give up. Just keep pushing forward and improve. Just learn from your mistakes. Look at others, take guidance. Eventually you will succeed, but there will be failures along the way. Just the joy of a win will never go away, but the first one is just something else.